MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
4 children safe, 2 kidnapping suspects arrested after pursuit from Utah to Montana. We'll retrace that incident and how it ended right here in southwest Montana.
A new chocolate museum has opened in Switzerland to treat your sweetheart. I'm Wendy Gillette near Zurich. I'll bring you to this giant chocolate fountain.
Wendy Gillette, new chocolate museum is here.
I have to be in Switzerland. 6:29 on this Wednesday morning. Chet Lehman, Jay McDonald, and Matt Elwell. We say it. She has the best job.
I believe we call that bittersweet chocolate.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
right.
That's awesome. No, she does.
She has an awesome
Spoiled.
job.
I
That's
know.
awesome. That's it. Yeah, well, temperatures this morning, 19 below in Butte. Frozen chocolate there, 9 below in
left a bad
Belgrade.
taste in your mouth, didn't it?
No, actually, I'm glad that she's out there.
It's
showing us
awesome,
those
yeah, no,
things. Jealous, but glad. Mainly clear conditions as we're starting the morning. It's going to be a cold start. There's still a lot of ice out there. Several accidents reported again this morning, but roads overall a little better than what I had suspected yesterday. It looks like the temperatures remain very cold. It is dangerously cold this morning across southwest Montana. Leave some extra time, watch for ice, and of course, dress warmly. We'll talk more about your forecast, including snowfall totals in just a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Well, after what is being called a multi-agency, multi-state incident, 4 kidnapped children were found in Beaverhead and Missoula counties on Monday. Beaverhead County Sheriff David Wendt says that around 7 in the morning on Monday, his agency was advised to be on the lookout for a woman who fled Utah with 4 children for which she did not have custody. The woman was armed with firearms and threatened to harm if confronted.
Now, after getting a tip that a U-Haul had been rented by one of the suspects, law enforcement agencies found the vehicle, stopped it safely just south of Dillon. A man was taken into custody along with one of the 4 missing children. Later, Missoula police were able to find the remaining 3 missing children and arrest the non-custodial mother.
Just scary sight.
Unbelievable. I'm glad that worked out as well as it did. Meantime, after more than 25 years in business, RY Timber is calling it quits in Livingston after not 1 but 2 destructive fires.
MTN's Jolie went back to RY to find out why they've decided to close the business.
I'm here at RY Timber that is closing its doors after decades of operating here in Livingston. Their planer building destroyed by fire in September, and just weeks ago the inside of their sawmill was also destroyed.
It's going to be kind of hard to, say goodbye to everybody.
Doug Rogers and John Miller have worked at RY for years.
Usually half the time I'm in a machine digging stuff out or I'm swinging logs up here on the decks, and
There's always something to do.
There's always work to be done around here.
But since the sawmill went up in flames last week, Rogers and Miller say all they've been doing lately is picking up the pieces. Something RY has been doing since September when their planer building burnt to the ground.
The first fire was, I'd been on vacation for over 2 weeks, so it was my Monday coming back. I just had a baby daughter.
And fast forward to February 7th.
To come to work last week, Tuesday morning at 5 a.m. to see the fire trucks all here again. It's kind of heartbreaking in a lot of ways.
It's like, what's next? I mean, we just had a fire a few months ago, and we were dealing with that. We kept all the employees working.
But now Dan Richards, the GM for RY, says they no longer have the resources to rebuild.
The planer's been under construction actually since like a week after it burned down, and another month it would be up and running. Yeah. But we still had another $500,000 to put into it, and the owner just decided it was best to shut her down.
Richards says his heart goes out to all the RY employees.
That most likely most of them will be put on unemployment by the end of the week. For them to go out and start a new life, find new jobs, possibly move, difficult deal.
But in the meantime, Rogers and Miller are doing their best to stay positive.
Things happen for a reason, and who knows, maybe another sawmill company buys this place, and I'm sure we'll all see each other.
Yep.
Who knows, we might find jobs at the same place again. Then we get to drive each other nuts again.
In Livingston, Jolie Salee, MTN News.
Now, RY Timber once owned and operated a mill in Townsend. Operators announced the shutdown in January of 2020, just before the pandemic, and mill operations stopped later that spring. At the time, the mill employed around 70 people. RY Timber cited chronic supply issues in the decision to consolidate operations to the Livingston RY.
2 fires within the span of 6 months. It's hard to fathom.
We'll continue to follow to see what the future of that property leads to.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, switching gears a little bit, thanks to technology, you can travel virtually anywhere you want through the use of the internet. Well, but there's a downside to that kind of access.
Yeah, for children, the things that they can access online are sometimes inappropriate or downright dangerous. Elizabeth Ruiz shows us how technology is now working to protect young kids from that very technology.
From when I was a kid, so much has changed about the internet. Now there are dating apps, virtual worlds, and a slew of social media to choose from. As an adult, I know when I see red flags, but that's not always easy for children to discern. That's why artificial intelligence is stepping in.
What is the capability of the app or the game itself to really protect your kid from the worst things that are happening online?
One of Dave Matley's biggest concerns as a father is protecting his children from online threats. That's why he says he started working for Spectrum Labs, a software developer that uses artificial intelligence for content moderation.
Machine learning to try to find all the worst behaviors that are happening. So things like child grooming and hate speech and like radicalization of people, bullying, threats, all these, and then removing it before you ever see it in your own phone and device.
He says the AI pulls data points on a user's profile, like how long they've been there, the ages of the 2 different people talking, and the topic of their conversation. It's nothing parents pay for, it's a service that platforms use. Current platforms utilizing the AI include entertainment site Fandom, children's app creator Kinzu, and dating app Grindr.
And have that conversation about who are you interacting with.
Matthew Soeth has worked in the tech and social media industry for more than a decade, most recently working on the global trust and safety team for TikTok. He now leads safety for Spectrum Labs. He says this AI stands out because it's not just picking out keywords, it's looking at the whole context.
Example, if you use a laughing face emoji, there's a good chance you're probably over 40. But there's different emojis that if you're under 30 or if you're under 18, you use a different set of emojis to indicate, oh, I think that's really funny. And so looking at those kind of context clues, you start to identify when someone is being truthful about their age.
Both Matthew and Dave say industry-wide, about 80% of the problems are caused by 5% of users. So if you can identify and remove them, it protects millions of users.
Is there ever a situation where the AI would notify police or something?
Yes, especially when it comes to child safety. When we detect like signs of a child endangerment or what's called CSAM, which is child sexual abuse material, by law you have to report it to police, but we already have that built in anyway to do that.
Because this AI content moderation is for the platforms and not the parents, you wouldn't even know it's working because it's happening behind the scenes. But the platforms will be forced to take protective measures as the U.S. takes more legal steps to protect children online. Matthew says the U.S. is facing increasing pressure to implement legislation following Europe's Digital Services Act and Australia's Online Safety Act.
Yes, there's some talk at the national level, like the Kids Online Safety Act is really looking at how do we better kind of implement or hold platforms accountable to make sure that they're doing what they say they're doing.
Elizabeth Ruiz, Scripps News, San Francisco.
Sad we have to do that, but I'm glad that technology is coming along to help with some
Definitely.
of that as well. Yeah.
Internet, a powerful place, but it can get dangerous pretty quickly.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and Montana This Morning showed you the inside workings of one of the most popular businesses, flower shops.
The other big time Valentine gift, of course, is chocolate. So maybe next year you might consider a visit to a museum in Switzerland featuring everything chocolate. CBS's Wendy Gillette reports this morning from outside Zurich.
Humaira Shabir, who traveled from England, recently loaded up on truffles at the new Lindt home of chocolate just south of Zurich.
It's been amazing, getting to taste the chocolate at every point. So yeah, it has been lovely.
The museum entrance features the largest chocolate fountain in the world, about 30 feet tall, circulating more than 3,300 pounds of chocolate. Although it looks decadent, there's no taste testing here, but there are opportunities to sample spoonfuls of liquid white, dark, and milk chocolate. Chocolate squares, and the all-you-can-grab truffle room. Other areas feature a crash course in chocolate history.
The museum covers the 5,000-year-old history of chocolate. That's, of course, a very long time. Some highlights are, of course, you learn why Switzerland is a chocolate country. You can taste a lot of chocolate, and you can also see chocolate in the making.
In a Willy Wonka-esque moment, a door swings open, revealing a lab where visitors can make their own chocolate bars.
And if you still want more treats, the museum also has the biggest Lindt chocolate store in the world.
Chocolate imports are big business in the U.S., which brings in more chocolate than any other country. The Department of Agriculture reports imports of cocoa and chocolate products top $5 billion a year. Switzerland exported over 430 million pounds of chocolate in 2021, and the U.S. gobbled up more than $80 billion of that chocolate. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, Kilchberg, Switzerland.